Hey, subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to ring that bell. If you ring that bell, you get all my recipes right away, including today's recipe. Today's recipe is about beans. I'm making a special bean today. Now, beans, it seems that every nationality has their own brand of beans. Beans are very popular. No one likes to talk about them because beans have a reputation for making people fart. Can I say fart on YouTube? I think I can. Okay? So beans make you fart. So they don't get the great reputation that they should. But every nationality seems to have their own kind of bean recipe. In America, baked beans. Asian, black beans or fermented black beans. How about the Mediterranean, especially in Greece? Check these out. These are called Gigante beans. I got on Amazon. I'll leave the link below. Okay? But they're great. They're great because they're Gigante. Gigante means they're big. So if you make this bean, it's almost like a meal in itself because the beans, you have to like cut them in half before you eat them. They're really big, really nice. Now that's the good part. The bad part is that they could take a long time to make. So what we're going to do is break this recipe in half. 2 halves. First half, gotta soak the beans overnight in the refrigerator because that's the easiest way. And I'm all about doing things the easiest way. So we're going to soak the beans now, and we're going to make the sauce now. And then tomorrow, we put the sauce with the beans and we cook it together. And it'll cook a lot shorter time because we pre-soaked the beans. Okay, let's do that right away. And let's start cooking. This was a 16-ounce package of beans, so I just used the whole package. Okay, so I added water. I had to divide this up into 2 containers because these beans are large. I just put the beans in and just fill the rest with water. You need to use a lot of water. I'm going to soak this overnight, and I want the beans to absorb as much water as possible. That'll lessen the cooking time tomorrow. You'll still need cooking. The beans will still be dry, but they're not going to take as long to cook. And these are big beans. If you don't really hydrate them well, they're going to take a long time to cook. So, all right. Put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow, going to make some delicious beans. Gigante beans. Okay, so I have this special pan. It's an enamel-coated cast iron pan. Big company that makes this is Le Creuset. You don't need to get that company's brand. I'm going to send you some links in the description for Amazon brand and other brands of cast iron pans. Of these pans, very good, thick, distributes heat very nicely, great to make sauces with. So let's make this sauce that's going to cook these beans the rest of the way after they're soaked. Okay, it takes a few minutes to heat this pan up. I got it on medium heat. Give it 3-4 minutes. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is add a 1/4 cup of olive oil to the pan. Then add 2 medium red onions that have been small diced. It's about 1/8 of an inch dice. I made 2 cans of diced tomato. Each can's about 14 ounces. 2 cans, 14 ounces each. Hey, if you want to use 1 28-ounce can of diced tomato, that's fine too. That's 2 cloves of garlic chopped. And here I have 2 bay leaves. I have 2 teaspoons of Greek seasoning. Okay, that's the seasoning I get. I buy on Amazon. If you don't want to use that, you can always just use oregano. I happen to have Greek seasoning, so that's what I'm using. 2 teaspoons. All right, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Aleppo pepper. I use a 1/2 teaspoon. If you use crushed red pepper instead, you can do that. Then just use a pinch. 1 teaspoon sugar. 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. 1 teaspoon of salt. Beautiful seasoning. You know the beans are going to absorb liquid. This sauce is already a little too thick for that. You need to take into account the beans are going to absorb maybe a couple of cups of liquid. So, I'm going to add 2 cups of vegetable broth. And there's your liquid for the Gigante beans. Beautiful. Okay, I have the Gigante beans in the refrigerator. They're soaking beautifully. I have the sauce ready to go. I just gotta put everything aside right now. Be patient. Cooking's all about 3 things, right? Patience, salt, and pepper. Okay? So, gotta have patience. I gotta finish this tomorrow. The beans have to absorb water and soak overnight. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Gotta watch a lot of TV between now and then. Beautiful thing. Alright. Okay, so why am I whispering? Because it's early in the morning here. And there's 2 ways to do this. 1, get up early in the morning and start cooking the beans, because it's going to take a while. Or, in the evening before you go to bed, cook the beans, and then in the morning they're done. So, I was up early this morning anyway, so I figured let me do it in the morning. But I want to let everyone else in the house sleep, so I gotta whisper a little bit. Okay, meanwhile, I put the sauce on the stove. Get it hot. This way it actually takes less time, because it's going to take about an hour to heat it up in a slow cooker. And that's where we start, with the slow cooker. We're going to cook these beans nice and slow, and we're going to use a slow cooker, which you can get on Amazon. Very simple. I have my, woo, that looks good. I have my sauce. And check out these beans. Remember those a little bit in each container? Look at them now. And look at the size of those beans. Woo, nice and big. That's why they call them Gigante. Put those beans right in with the sauce. I'm cooking these during the morning hours, so I'm not going to set it on low for 8 hours. I'm going to set it on high for 4 hours. And even high in a slow cooker is kind of low. You're not used to me talking this low, right? A little different. If I wake everyone up in the house, they're going to kill me. We'll check it after 4 hours. It may need more time, or it may not. But we'll check it. Hey, I'll see you in 4 hours. Go back to bed. It's okay. This machine, we're going to cook it beautifully. It's been 4 hours and it looks fantastic. I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste just to thicken it up just a notch and give a little extra tomato flavor. And it'll be wonderful. You gotta take out that piece of bay leaf. I put in 2 bay leaves. Make sure you take out 2 bay leaves. And don't forget to taste it. That's delicious. Okay, so you can serve this as a vegetable. You can serve it over rice or even orzo as a dinner. Fantastic. And I have another recipe. Baked beans. The American baked beans. Also delicious. So check that out. And I'll see you there.